Okay, morning everyone. I hope we're feeling well, I hope we're feeling fit. And more importantly, I hope we're feeling more flexible as the sessions are obviously going on. We're going to be starting today on your feet. And more importantly, I want you to be starting in your squat position. So just to go over the technique on that again, make sure that the edge of your shoulder, so there's a little bone here called your acromion, is in line with the inside of your heels. So you should be able to draw like a straight line going downwards, okay? So for me, I'm actually a little bit narrow there. Next up, I want you to make sure that you've got your feet slightly facing outwards, all right? So basically, think 11 and 1 o'clock, or more specifically, your second toe is going to be in line with the middle of your kneecap, okay? So that should feel quite comfortable. Once you're happy with that, you haven't got to do much more. I just want you to remember, as the session goes on, and not just today, in all of the sessions, that you have three different types of pelvic tilts. We've got the anterior pelvic tilt, which is what I call the Donald Duck. We've got the posterior, okay? And then we've got your neutral spine, okay? Neutral spine is very important. We're going to be using that today a little bit as we go along. So, starting in neutral spine now, I want you to just hold your arms at your sides. Just reach up above your head and look up at the same time. So stretching just down the front of the chest and neck. And then I want you to just now take a little breath in. And as you breathe out, just go into that slight posterior pelvic tilt. So pink panther type position. Just get a little bit of extension into your back. Still open up the shoulders, squeeze from the shoulders. Good. We're not going to hold this one for too long. And I want you now just come back to a neutral position. So come back to your neutral spine. It's good. From here, I want you to take your arms down to your sides. It's good. Now I want you to just wrap the right arm over the left. Okay, so we want to make sure when we're in this position, you've got your hands on your shoulder blades ideally. That's where we want to try and be. Okay, so from there, I want you to now do the opposite with your neck. I want you to tuck your chin in. So just look like you're rolling down. That's good. Okay, make sure you're still in that squat position. Now just rotate your body over to your right leg. And just a little breath in, a little breath out, and just roll down and hold as low as you can. It's just your first lengthening stretch through the hamstrings. It's also going to just stretch through the top of the shoulders and the back. Relax into this stretch. Just keep holding. Just gentle control breathing. Good. Okay, so we're going to keep our upper body and torso as we are. And now I want you to just unravel your arms. Go behind your back. And try and reach up as high as you can. Go into that shoulder extension position. If you find that difficult, go both hands, palms down on your lower back instead. Just hold that position there. Good. Okay, now I want you to keep your arms where they are and just move your body back to the middle of your feet. Look through your heels a little bit, tuck your chin in still. That's good. So a little breath in and a little breath out. I want you to stand up. Okay, keep the arms just placed on your hips. Okay, now just going to reach up again. It's good. Just look up slightly. Maintain a neutral spine. It's good. I want you to go back down to your sides, go into a neutral head position as well. We're going to bring the right hand and the right arm past the left. I want you to make sure the elbows cross and the right hand is going to come back and lock into the left. Okay, so you won't be able to see my face. I want you to try and keep the elbows at the height of your shoulders, if not higher. And then from this position here, I want you to just push your knees out. I want to push your hips back. So you're going to go into that anterior pelvic tilt. And then just breathe in through your core muscles and go into that deep squat position and just hold. So try and maintain a nice straight back, looking upright, and lifting the shoulders at the same time. Just hold that low position, sit into the heels, feel like we're stretching through the hips. Keep holding. Okay. Push those knees apart. Really well. Okay, little breath in. And on the exhale, I want you to stand up. Okay, from here, I want you to just unravel the arms. Take them back to your sides. And now we're just going to cross over the other way. So bring that left over right. Nice big hug. Get the hands into the shoulder blades. Tuck the chin in and down. Okay, just rotate your body down towards the left leg. And then just breathe in and breathe out. And just lengthen through that posterior chain on your left hand side. So keep a nice tight grip on your shoulders. Let yourself just drop down. Hold that position there. Just relax your muscles. Try and get as much length into the top of the hamstrings as you can, straight from the offering. Okay, now just stay as you are, but cross your arms and reach behind your back down to shoulder extension. Go both palms on your lower back if you need to instead. Good. Hold that position there. Try and get as close to your knee as you can. And then rotate back to the middle. Good. Hold that position and look through the heels again. And then just a little breath in, little breath out. Come up. Good. And then we're just going to reach up again. Hopefully getting a little bit higher. A little bit more length into the upper back now. And drop the arms down. That's good. Okay, we're just going to be bringing that left arm more now past the right. We're going to cross the other way. You can see it's a little bit more difficult for me. Try and lift up the elbows. Okay, set yourself up to squat down. So we're going to go knees, we're going to go hips, we're going to pull your stomach in and drop into your heels. Lift up the elbows and the shoulders as much as you can. Hold that low position. Get a little bit strength into your legs in the first 5-10 minutes. Keep holding. Drive the knees out and down at the bottom. Sit nice and low. Okay. Take a little breath in, and as you breathe out, just come back up, drive the knees out. Just uncross the arms. That's good. Okay, from here, I want to now reach up again. Look up. Good. Right, I want you to set yourself up for a squat. So we're going to go knees, hips, stomach in, and stay looking up as you go down, and drop down. Now place both hands on your ankles, go to a neutral head position and extend both knees. Just like so, look through the heels. That's good. Keep holding. And from there, once you just push the knees apart, go down into that low squat again, still holding on to the ankles. And then bring both hands to the middle of the mat. Try and get the palms flat. That's good. Right, now what we need to do is just step back on your left leg. So we're left with the right leg forward. I'll move around a little bit in a second. And then from there, we're just going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to extend that right leg, that front leg. So we're in this position here. And then we're going to rotate over the knee. We're just going to hold in this position, looking up at that top hand, keeping the palm open, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and hold, just like so. That's it. Feel like you're trying to drive your heel into the floor a little bit on the back leg. Heel's going to be off, but just aiming to push it down. So try and keep the palm flat. That front hand, try and hold it level with the heel so you've got good balance. Hold it. Okay, now just slowly bring that right hand to the floor. I want you to bend front knee and then step through into that low squat position. Now we've got the palms flat on the ground. Feel like you're squeezing between shoulder blades, driving the knees out. That's good. I want you to just place your left hand just slightly inside the left ankle, so push it across a little bit more. What we're going to be doing from here is breathing in, breathing out, and rotating round on this right arm. So we're looking up to the roof, opening up the chest on that right hand side, and just hold that position there. Okay, so take that away. So try and look up, look high, reach high. Very important that the arms above the shoulder. Sit nice and low. Try and get your elbow just inside your knee. Sit right into your heels. Keep on doing that. Really open up the chest and the shoulders. Keep going. Nearly there. 6 seconds ago. Keep going. Doing well. It's a tough exercise. Okay, now come back to the middle. Both hands flat on the ground. Push your shoulder blades back and down. That's good. Right, I want you to now just step back on your opposite leg. So it's going to be your right leg stepping back. So your left. That left leg forward in that Spider-Man type position. And we're just going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, just extend the knee. Hold, still keeping the palms flat on the ground, ideally. Bring the blocks into play here if you need to. And then just rotate over. Open up the chest again. Look at that top hand. Hold that position there. Holding. Keep looking up. Well, stay strong in the position. Try and feel the stretch behind the knee as well. Lengthen right to the top of the hamstring. Okay, now I want you to just rotate back to the middle. And just make sure both palms are flat. And I want you to step through again into that deep squat position. Try and keep the palms flat on the ground as you can. Drive the knees out. You're just now going to move your right hand over just to the inside of the right ankle. Make sure the elbow is almost touching the inside of the knee. Take your breath in, and as you breathe out, you're going to rotate round and look at that top arm. Stay looking up the whole time. Keep the arm nice and high, fingers are spread. Look along the inside of that arm. Nice movement, keep going. So nice and low, you should feel a bit more of a stretch and contraction at the same time with your right glute, so we lean in that way. Keep going. Going for a good 30 seconds on this one. Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. Come back to the middle. Okay, palms flat on the floor. So again, push your hips down and lift the chest as much as you can. Just get used to being in that low squat position. Excellent. And then from there, once you now step back on both legs, hold yourself in the plank. Pull your stomach in. That's good. Stay nice and strong in your core. That's good. So we've got a little bit of an anterior tilt on the pelvis. Then I want you to just walk your feet forward until you can feel the back of your legs, try and get your heels down on the floor. Go into our first down dog of the session. Make sure the head's placed between the arms. With both hands pushing into the ground, both arms as long as possible. Keep holding. Okay, so from this position here, we'll just stay in the stretch. Now just take your left arm off the ground. Just hold only on your right side, so there's a little bit of strength exercise as well. Harder because we've got the feet narrow. So a little progression from what we did last time. Just a touch harder than it was before. Keep holding. If you find that too difficult, just go feet wide. You can walk the feet out as a little regression. Keep holding. Try and stay centered with your body. Try not to weight shift too much to either hip. Maintain the down dog technique as well. Okay, now just place that left arm back on the ground. Right, so from here, I want you to just walk forward, go back into your plank, stay in that position. Again, use your core. Roll your shoulders back and down. It's quite a muscular session today. I want you to bend both knees, go into your box position here. You can flatten your feet for this one. And then just extend both arms in front of the body. We're going to go into that high child's pose position. Just gently drop down towards the ground. Love this stretch. This feels good. Lengthen both arms. Okay, we're just going to add a little progression to this. So what I want you to do is just take your right arm and reach through the gap between your knees and the left side, the left arm, and just make sure the palm is facing open. Then I want you to just rotate your head. So you just lie alongside your head, still stretching through those lat insertions, and a little bit behind the right shoulder blade as well. So make sure you feel it. Keep holding. Nice. Keep going. Really well. Try and lengthen that right arm as much as you can. Squeeze from the shoulder blades. Nearly there. Okay, I want you now just slowly bring that right arm through, back to the middle, and keeping the head on the ground. Just walk the arms back so they're underneath your shoulders. Okay, just go back into that box position that you started in. And then from here, just go onto the balls of the feet. Take a breath in. We're going to go into a down dog again. So just breathe in and lift the hips and drive the heels back into the ground. Squeeze through your shoulder blades. Get into your optimal position. So if you need to make any tweaks, then do so. Just bring the feet in, bring the arms back. Maintain your posture, squeeze through your shoulder blades. Keep holding. Okay, so now we're going to go into the single arm. If you can't just stay on two. So just take the right arm off this time, just being held up on the left. And just maintain that position, drive the heels into the floor. There you go. So use the strength from your shoulders to hold you up, particularly behind the shoulder. Try and keep the hips square. Driving the heels into the ground. The strength that you're using in your upper body will actually lengthen through your lats at the top of the insertions. Actually helps with that. Really well, keep going, nearly there. Okay, now I want you to just release your right arm. Just like this. Okay, and walk forward into your plank again. Just hold. Okay, and from this position, Just drop down to your knees. Go back into your box position. Flatten your feet. Go into your child's pose, stretch in front of the body. So just hold that position to start with. Enjoy the stretch. It's a nice one. And then just feed that left arm through. And then just rotate the head so you want your side. And just look down the arm again. Keeping that opposite side nice and straight. Keep holding. Good. Try and make sure the shoulder on the left is not being elevated, so you're not shrugging. We're trying to almost get stretched behind the back of the shoulder blades on that left hand side, but we're going to really fit more on the right. Get a little stretch from the left. Keep holding. Okay, now just slowly come back to the middle, to the center. Keep the head on the ground. Walk the hands back slowly underneath your shoulders. Go back into your box position. Just take a few seconds, just to take a breather. And then just go back onto the balls of your feet. One more downward dog from here, so breathe in. And as you breathe out, lift the hips, drive the heels into the ground. Good. So we're going to next do an upward dog, which is very reminiscent of the cobra stretch. We haven't got too many of these, only once actually, I think. So we're just going to be walking forward into your plank, hold, and I want you to just drop the hips to the floor, but hold off the ground. Just hold yourself in that position there, looking up, squeeze through your shoulder blades. Then when you're ready, just drop your knees to the floor. Go into more of a cobra position. And then just go down almost like doing a push up to the floor here. Okay, just rest your forehead on the ground. And what we need to do is just extend your left arm at your side. And you're just going to reach over with your right leg. Okay, so it's called scorpion position. And from there, just try and grab your foot, straighten out the arm on the right hand side, and stretch through. You can actually keep your head in a central position for this one. If you do prefer going side on spine, it doesn't really make too much difference. Either way, you just try and pull up from that foot. Keep going, try and get as high as you can. Lengthen the arm. Good. Okay. So I'm just going to show you on this side, so you can see. Now I want you to just release the foot and just lift it forward. Okay, so the leg will be straight. I want you to reach out and just grab the toes and just try and pull up as high as you can. Stretch behind the knee. Just really hold. Don't really mind what you hold on to. If you want to go for your ankle and pull it further, you can do that, it's fine. The most important thing is your leg is straight and it's high up. So lie completely on your side. Good. Just keep back of that knee extended. Keep holding. Okay, and now just take that leg back down to the side here. Okay, what we need to do is just roll onto your front again. From this position, face down, I'm just going to do the same on the opposite leg. So now just reach over. Try and grab the foot with the hands. You can go onto the side of the head if you prefer. And just stretch your quad out again. Push the hips forward while you're in this position as well. It's quite an important point. So you're pushing the pelvis and the hips into the open space. Try and lift that knee as high as you can. Almost using your glute to try and assist that movement. Good. You follow in. Okay. Go well. Breathe your way through the stretch, just gentle, light, just rhythmic, almost breathing. Okay. So now, just release the legs slowly. Bring that back out in front. And again, just reach up and grab. I did this on the first leg just to show you, so it's the same one. Hold. So keep lifting up. Okay, so now let's just bring that leg back to your side, stay as you are. Now we should just take your arm behind your body and just bring it forward and just lie on that arm. So it's just nice and comfortable. I want you to flex your toes on the top leg, okay, like this. And then just lift up to the point of tension. You can feel the muscles on the outside of the hip contract. And then from there, just use this arm for a little bit of stability. And then I want you to just draw a big circle, go around. You're only going about halfway down. When you get back to the top, I want you to pause, and then draw a circle, going back to forward, like so. And then we're just going to alternate that. All right, so we do one forward, and then one back. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So keep that leg completely straight. Go about halfway down, I want you to reach back as far as you can. Pause at the top and point of tension, and then go back. And then go forward, big circles, hold, and then go back the other way. So use that glutes to stabilize your leg. Just keep going. It's quite a deceptive exercise, it's quite tough actually. Hold. That's good. Okay, and 3, 2, 1. We'll just slowly lower your leg. Which now just roll onto your back. If you want to just come back onto your mat, do so. And then from there, I want you to just extend the arms and feet. We're going to breathe in. We're just going to lift ourselves up, keeping the arms extended. So breathe in, and as we breathe out, lift up like an almost a sit up. Drop both arms down underneath your shoulders. Okay, so on the same leg that you've just been working, which now just point the toes up again, flex the foot. I want you to lift up, so you're quite upright on this one. And then I want you to just draw a little circle. So you're going to go to the outside of the opposite leg, and then come back up, big circle going around, go to the inside of that heel, and then back, and then repeat. Okay, so keep the knee extended. Stay upright, stay tall, and then keep working over to one side, and then back to the other. Keep going. Just feel the tension just in what we call your BMI. So it's just that knee stabilizer on the inside, really important muscle. Okay. 3, 2, 1, stop there. Okay, I want you to reach up again. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're actually going to fall back down to the ground with control. That's good. Now just extend one arm out, roll onto your side,
line the hip, flex the toes on the front leg, top leg, sorry, and then get that point of tension. We're going to start that again to the circles, okay? So take that away in 3, 2, 1, go. So big circle going around and back, hold, and come back round, hold, then keep repeating. Nice. And now, it's good. Keep reaching as high as you can. Okay, and the last one, make it a good one. All the way up and over, and then just relax the foot, lower it down slow. Roll onto your back, looking up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, lift yourself up, drop the arms down. On the same leg that you were just working, lift the leg up, turn the foot out slightly. And then we're just going to do those circles again. So we're just going to go out and over the foot and then back the other way. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Big circle. Come in, back and over. Keep your legs straight. Really squeeze your quad as you go over. That's the main coaching point, really. You've got to really try and keep the tension in your quad as much as you can. Keep that controlled, keep it going. Should be getting tougher on each rep. It's a small movement, but it's still quite tough. Okay, so last one. And then I want to just finish both feet on the ground. That's good. So staying upright, what I want you to do is just bring your right leg in. I want you to just try and grab almost across the midfoot and around the outside of the knee. Okay, so this is our position we want to be in. So just wrap the foot really in your arm, hold it nice and tight, stretch into the glute tissue, stay nice and tall. That's good. And really bring it back. Make sure it's a big hug. Really well. Keep going. Just breathe your way through the stretch. Okay, I want you to just now gently place the foot down on the ground outside of the hip on the opposite side. Just grab the knee nice and tightly with both arms. Bring it into the chest and the stomach. And then with the opposite leg, the one that's straight, let's just tuck that in. So your heel is just touching your hip. That's good. So holding the right leg. I want you to now just look over your right shoulder whilst just pulling in still. Just hold that position there. Good. And then I want to come back to center. Which just unravel your legs slowly. So now we're just going to be grabbing the left leg and pulling up. Hold that position, same as before. Just bring the leg into the body. Just a nice tight squeeze. Keep holding, stay tall. Don't really mind how you grab the foot. Obviously, it needs to be comfortable. If you want to hook underneath the ankle, that's fine. If you want to hook over the side, up in, it's fine. Whatever works best for you. Good. Keep holding. Okay, so now I want you to just drop that left foot down to the outside of the hip. Try and keep it quite high. Hold the leg with 2 arms, nice tight squeeze. That's good. Now tuck the straight leg in. Still holding nice and tight. And then just look over that shoulder on the left. And just pull in as nice and tight as you can. Good. Feel well. Okay, so I just slowly bring the head round. Now we're just going to unravel the legs, but we're going to go into a different position. So what we need to do is just place your legs in front of your body at a 90-degree angle on both sides. So you're going to be in this position here. Okay, toes, as you can see, are slightly pointing up. I just put one hand on top of both knees and just push down. Just enjoy that little bit of stretch. Shouldn't be too difficult, I think. Okay, now from here, with the back leg, I want you to just tuck your heel in and just try and square your hips a little bit more. And then from this position, we're going to be going back onto the forearms. So let's take a breath in and breathe out. Go back onto forearms and just hold. So it's almost a bit of a pre-stretch. Too difficult, you just lengthening through the front of the thigh. You won't be able to get any lower than this. This is the max. It's just biomechanics. Your body will allow it. So just hold. And then from there, I want you to come up. So just lift yourself up. Just unravel that leg again. Okay. Right, and then from here, I want you to just reach round, so your back hand's almost on top of the front knee. And then look around over the hip, so you can quite central. Go into almost a bit of child's pose position. And just lengthen both arms. And I want you to just gently rotate onto the side of your hip. And what we're going to do now is just grab the top of the ankle and just push the hips forward whilst maintaining this open leg knee roll position. Okay, so again, push the hips forward as you bring the heel in and up. You'll stay on the side. There you are, keep going. Okay, I want to now just release that foot. I want you to just use your hands to lift you up, come back to the center, you can work your way around. And then what we're going to do is just go up to the middle and then over to the other side. Okay, start with a little pre-stretch, one hand on top of each knee. Hold that position there. Okay, so with the back leg, want to now tuck in. You're going to get a bit more central, a bit more square. Holding that position there, just take your breath in. We're going to go back onto the forearms as you breathe out. Okay, so inhale and exhale. Just go back onto the forearms. So there's a little bit of a pre-stretch. Try and push the ankle into the ground. Keep this knee on the floor as well. And just open up the chest. Hold that position there. Very good. Okay. Now just gently lift yourself up. Might just release that foot. Okay, so now take the back hand to the front knee. Opposite hand behind the hip. Look around. And go into that sort of child's pose position again. And we'll do it a little bit quicker this time. So just drop onto the arm, rotate onto the side of your hip. And then grab that top ankle. And push the hips forward. Bring the heel into your hip. Keep shoulder blade back and down. go, very good. Keep holding. Try and get as much stretch out of the leg as you can. You're going to be pushing your knee the opposite direction to your front leg, whilst pushing the hip forward, whilst bringing the heel in. It's a nice tight grip, just holding the top of the ankle. Good. Okay, now let's just release that ankle again. Okay, let's just roll onto your back. Both legs are going to be out wide, that shoulder width. I want to lift up the knees. I want to just reach inside and just let gravity take effect. Push the heels apart. And just open up the adductors a little bit. Hold that position there. Okay. Now, I want you to actually bring the knees together. Just grab both knees. Just hold below the knee. Bring the knees to your chest. Just hold that position. I want you to just release the legs. Take them forward to that 90-degree position, so the knee is level with the side of the hip. Just place your arms at your sides. I'm just going to do a little core exercise. So for 30 seconds, I want you to just drop the legs down towards one shoulder. Keep both shoulders on the floor and the head flat. Come back to the middle. Pull your stomach in. Hold your breath as you go to one side. And then breathe out. So just take that away. Hold your breath as you go to one side. And breathe out at the top. Pull your stomach in. Reach over. And breathe out at the top. We want to try and keep the tension underneath the ribs in towards your oblique muscles. You feel it in both obliques, the internal and the external on the same side. Okay, last one. Okay, just pause in the middle. Take both arms off the ground. I want you to just place them at the sides of the knees, palms are facing in. Okay, now just take the legs forward until you can feel a bit of tension here, just in your lower abdominals and deep core. We're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're going to lift your upper torso off the floor. We're going to hold a boat pose. So just take it away. Just try and stay as upright as you can. Maintain a good posture. Look up slightly as well. Try and get that tension into your abdominals and deep core. You're feeling a bit through your legs as well. Hold that position. Good. Okay, we're going to slowly go back to the ground. Grab both knees. A little hug. Just take a breather. That's good. Okay, now I want you to just release the legs. Take your arms back to your sides. Go to 90 degrees. I'm going to show you a progression. You don't have to do this one if you don't want to, but if you want to stay at bent knees, it's fine. But the progression is to straighten the legs. We're going to do the same exercise from here. So we'll be going to each side, holding the breath and breathing out as we come up to the middle. So let's start with 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Go to one side, shoulders flat. Breathe out the top. Go over. Come back. And repeat. Remember to breathe through your deep core muscles, so that's behind the pelvic floor. So through the pelvic floor, behind the navel, and up into diaphragm. Misspoken. Keep going. Nearly there. Okay, now just come back to the middle and pause. Okay, if you want to keep the legs straight, that's fine. It's a good progression. Just hold them out in front, so you can't really put the tension here, just in your lower abdominals. Right, just bring the arms to your sides. We're going to try the boat pose again. If you want to bend the knees, that's fine. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, just try and hold the legs as straight as you can. Keep looking up. Try and keep the toes flexed. Chest up. Use your core, you feel your quads. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, go down, grab the knees. Well done. I want you to now just roll forward and sit up and stretch the hamstrings out. So feet together as you do this. So 3, 2, 1. Just roll forward. We'll go straight into that hamstring stretch. Reaching over the top. Chin tucked in as we do this. Okay, and now just gently come out of that stretch there. Please just place your right foot just on top of your left hip. Now just cross under, tuck under, the opposite leg. And then from there, take your arms to the sides, just feel like you're reaching back, open up the chest. Right, we're going to bring the right arm over the middle. The left arm is going to come under, sorry. And then I want you to just rotate over the left hip. And just stretch into that shoulder. All of those tissues out the front. Following. Okay. Now come back to the middle. Just take both arms out to your sides. I'm going to show you this one from behind. So from here, let's just reach back behind the shoulders. I want you to just place both hands on your elbows. You just feel like you're opening up your chest, squeezing into your shoulder blades over there, just stretching through the shoulders again. Just hold that position. Double cross. Put the hands more underneath the elbows, that's fine. Get to that point. Either way, space in them. Okay, now just release the arms. That's good. Right, and I want you to just do the opposite side. Okay, so just come under. I want you to just switch your legs over whilst you're holding. If you need to slightly adjust, just do so. And then look over that hip. Holding that stretch, bring the arms close to your body as you can. Keep holding. Okay, now come back to the middle, holding the arms still. Just uncross the arms and go behind the back again, same stretch as before. Lift the chest. Push the shoulder blades back and down. Keep looking up slightly. Good. It's quite tough stretches, so she's so small. Keep holding. Okay, now just let go of the elbows. Once you just lift the opposite leg up if you can. If you can't, just choose which side is a little bit tighter. So use your left side, work on the left, if your right side, do the right. If you can do both, then great. It's good. And just from here, let's just reach up, look up, hold that position. And just stay there. Lengthen up, relaxing the fingers, open up the hands. Very good. Okay, now just fall forward, reach over. Lengthen both arms. Good, keep holding. Okay, now just slowly come back to your sides. Reach up again. Keep up. Let's just bring the hands together. Bring them down to the middle of the body. And namaste.